Congratulations on purchasing your cruiser. Here are a few things you should know before going on your first ride. First, let's turn on your battery. To do this, locate the button on the right side of the battery and turn it to the on position. At this time, you can check the charge on your battery by hitting the small button on the left side of the battery. If fully charged, you will see 1 red bar and 3 green bars. Once the battery is turned on, we can power up the bike on the LCD display. To do this, press and hold the power button until the display turns on. Using the plus and minus buttons, you can adjust the power assist levels on your Rambo bike by tapping them quickly. Tapping the plus button will add more power assist, and tapping the minus button will lower the power assist. You have up to 5 power modes, 5 being the highest. The I button will change the display modes. If you're riding your bike and you come to a complete stop, the power assist level will return back to 0 after 10 seconds. In pedal assist modes 1 through 5, you can use the throttle on the right side of the handlebars to propel you along. On the right side of the handlebars will be your shifter. This bike has 7 gears, with the 7th being the highest gear, 1st being the lowest gear. Low gears are good for climbing hills, and the higher gears are good for higher speeds. To shift gears in your bike, use the plus button and the shift lever while pedaling lightly. If you're pedaling too fast and there isn't enough resistance, shift into a higher gear, and if you're pedaling too slow, shift into a lower gear. Before adjusting your seat post, keep in mind there is a minimum insertion length of 4 inches. You should adjust the seat post height so your knee is almost locked out at the bottom of the turn. To do this, you can sit on your bike while stationary and pedal backwards. To maximize comfort when riding, you want to adjust your handlebars in a way that feels most natural and practical. This may require adjustment of the handlebars using a 4mm Allen wrench. Ideally, you want your wrists to be straight when touching the brakes, not too high or too low, and your elbows should be slightly bent. Before riding your bike, you should check the tire pressure and may need to add more air. Ideal riding air pressures can vary depending on the terrain, but 7 to 15 psi is ideal. Now let's do the brake burn-in procedure. In a controlled and clean environment, preferably on pavement, get the bike up to a good speed, around 8 to 10 miles per hour. Firmly and evenly apply the front brake until the bike comes to almost a complete stop. Repeat this process 20 times for the front brake, and then repeat this process 20 times for the rear brake. This must be done separately to ensure a good brake burn-in. Now let's talk about battery maintenance. It is good practice to charge your battery up after each ride, especially if you're riding relatively soon, but do not leave it on the charger for more than 8 hours. If you're storing the bike for a few months, a 70 to 80% charge is ideal. Storage, long or short term, should be done in a dry space between 45 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything above or below is considered extreme and not healthy for battery chemistry. Also, when transporting the bike outside your vehicle, do not leave the battery on the bike. Now that you're familiar with your bike, take it for a first ride and enjoy your Rambo Cruiser.